Hello and welcome to the PTE Academic Lecture. Today we're going to go over the speaking section, specifically the Read Aloud. The context of this lecture are going to be question type, test instruction, step-by-step instruction, as well as a sample question. What is this type? The Read Aloud is where you're given a text and we expect you to read that text aloud and record it with a microphone. Speaking and reading skills are assessed with this type of question. The actual instructions that you will receive are: look at the text below. In 40 seconds, you must read this text aloud as naturally and clearly as possible. You have 40 seconds to read aloud. Tips to excel. Read the text that has been given loudly. Don't shout, just read it clearly. You should use the proper intonation and pronunciation. You should also maintain the correct stresses, read under timed conditions, and then also practice the text once in preparation, and try to pronounce the difficult words. Here's a sample question, and I will have you read it to yourself before we continue. Pause this lecture and then continue once you are done. So where are the pauses? April Fool's Day started on the 16th century in Europe. Before that time, New Year's Day was celebrated on April 1st. Then, a new calendar was introduced called the Gregorian calendar. January 1st became the first day of the year, but many people did not know about it. So those who continued to celebrate New Year's Day on April 1st were teased. They were called fools. So, that's where the pauses are. Now we'll go through on this slide and I'll highlight and underline the words that I stress and then put an up and down arrow depending on my voice modulation. So, April Fool's Day was started in the 16th century in Europe. So, end of the sentence, intonation goes down. Before that time, stress, New Year's Day was celebrated on April 1st. Down. Then a new calendar was introduced called the Gregorian calendar. Down. January 1st became the first day of the year, but many people did not know about it. Those who continued to celebrate New Year's Day on April 1st were teased. They were called fools. Now that's how I would stress it. Depending on different dialects, as well as accents, there may be slight differences in this. But, for the most part, this is what it would look like. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in our next lecture.